Peace and blessings. I am Chiwata, aka King Chi, and I am back with another tool for your toolkits. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to your, not even welcome back. Welcome to the Saraswati weekend. Um, I'm here to give you some more secrets about Saraswati and some important information for you all as you're going to complete your weekend with a bona fide puja to welcome in Saraswati. After all of this work that you're doing, I want to make sure that you understand what is up. All right, so thumbs up this video. Make sure you like and share so that your fellow comrades in the occult college and on this path of enlightenment don't miss this video. All right, cool. What's up, Latrisun Kiki? What's up? Peace, Aki. Peace, Nikki. Hey, Laughing Lauren. Peace, Anna. Peace, Zakia. I love it. All these books and swans. Y'all ready? Y'all's ready. All right. So I'm going to jump right in. First, I'm going to jump in just with what I've been inspired to share with you all when it comes to the secrets of Saraswati. Okay. I shared with you all in the last video about this energy that Saraswati carries where she reaches a level of contentment with her own company. This kind of contentment is basically what we all strive for. When we are doing spiritual work and we're seeking to have a better experience, it's always we're striving for this contentment. At the basis of it, there's this love. This love of life is wanting to be experienced. This love between ourselves and others is wanting to be experienced. But ultimately, we don't find contentment, supreme contentment on this planet until we're able to totally detach from all the things. And ultimately, we detach from what we are striving for or what we already have and all of the distractions that make us feel like we have something to begin with, right? We reach this place by understanding that we already have everything we need. Okay, so that feeling of contentment really is a very high form of presence that moment to moment is really all that matters. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to live a life of boredom or a life of, staring at a wall somewhere. You don't get to have experiences here. You're here on this planet Earth in order to experience all of the adventures that are here for us. It's like being in a movie, right? And it's funny because I've had these conversations, which are always fun, because when it comes to spirituality and working with the sciences, we are all on the same path. So I'm about to kind of blow your minds a little bit up. Like, so some of you have like thrown this concept of God in the garbage, right? Like, God, no. I don't know if that's you who's watching, but someone who's going to click on this video might have already reached that state. Especially when we're talking about wanting to deal with the things that can be experienced right? A lot of times, the whole concept of God has gotten on people's nerves because they're like, well, I can't see it. I don't know it. I have more of a real experience working with these other energies that whether it be ghosts, spirits, phantoms, deities, animals talking to them, the elements, whatever. But the funny thing is, when we're looking at Saraswati and why she represents this supreme knowledge and this wisdom, is because ultimately she surrenders to the fact that she's aware that she is a part of the Creator. Like, ultimately, our souls have come from being created. And when we get to that point of bringing our awareness to the awareness of that which created us, you feel whole because you're no longer separated from the Creator. Now, the work that it takes to get to this level of contentment and to reach this state, this high state of love and oneness with the Creator, you're going to want to protect your energy. Because the purpose of being here on earth is to challenge that very existence. Like, you're not on earth to experience a total cakewalk, because you won't grow. You won't grow at all. You'll stay the same, and you probably will end up just dying sooner in some form or fashion, right? Bored. Totally bored. I look at some of the stuff and shitstorms I've been through in my life, and without them, I mean, what story would I tell? No one would want to watch or listen because they would be falling asleep. Okay? Just to be honest. So with the work that you're doing, especially during this time, I want to point out a few things that I pick up. The subtleties. I'm the person that sees the subtleties, and I pull them out, and I'm going to put them out here in Front Street so that you can be more focused on what it is exactly you're trying to obtain through your meditations and wanting to connect with such a beautiful energy as Saraswati. Because not only is she beautiful, but she is very serious. She's very serious about her space, her sacred space, and these places that are created around her to connect with the Creator, with the divine, with the ultimate, with the light of lights. For those of you who have been doing the work and you tap into that Gayatri mantra, you realize it's hitting a little differently. Okay? All right. So you want to protect your energy. Not that you want to protect your energy out of fear, but if you've worked so diligently to get to a place of peace, calm, and harmony, that you'll be able to hear these downloads and receive the map to how you're going to get to ultimate satisfaction and contentment with your lives, why would you invite any other noise? The basis of disharmony in your lives is attachment. So I'm going to move into that. And I'll repeat again, the basis of disharmony is attachment. Think about it. When the river flows, the only reason why we see the white water, like the rough waters and the bubbles coming up, right, is because we have stones, we have big boulders, we have logs, and they are blown. They're stuck. They're attached to the earth. Okay? They're attached to the earth. The water is just doing its thing. So the only time we see a disharmony is when we see the water making contact with that which is still attached to the earth. Okay? When we look at the way that the swan moves over the water, although it's probably like not being able to be seen with our naked eyes, there is still a layer of space between that bird and the water. You follow? There's a natural protective barrier that keeps that energy in a flow. All right? Tayo says swans and ducks look calm on the surface, but they are paddling like crazy underneath. And if you wanted to, you can equate the aspect of the feet paddling like that, your mind trying to figure things out. Because even the swan, although it's on the water underneath, is paddling very quickly, it doesn't think for a moment that the water is not going to hold it, because there is a time where they are not paddling, when they're just going with the current. Okay? So when you go out and you're sitting in nature, I want you to pay attention to the lessons, the free lessons on esoteric wisdom that are available to you. That paddling underneath while appearing cool, calm, and collective on top is that we understand that we're going to go through things on earth. That's the point of us visiting this plane. But you still have the option of being graceful about the experience and still be met with, from an internal place of peace, contentment. It's only through our, through our projections, our expectations, that when we experience something and we're upset about it, we can only be upset about it because we are attached to what we had a preconceived notion about it, how it was supposed to be. Okay? But when we move into this place that Saraswati is bringing you to, hopefully, right? Because I'm going to speak to some of y'all behavior. Saraswati is bringing you to this place where your expectations will start to harmonize with what should be. It's like your will starts to harmonize and dance with divine will. And the more you move into that space harmoniously, right? We're going to speak about the strumming of the strings. You have the vina there. Remember, there's some disharmony because the fingers, they're pulling the strings. But the beautiful music that comes from that is that supreme, ultimate contentment with what is. Each thing that happens, the friction between you and this existence, each thing is just a chord being struck. So when you become more immersed in a mindset that that's what it is, imagine you're on your way, you're rushing to somewhere, and you're cut off. Imagine if your go-to was, whoa, I wonder what that just stopped me from. Let me slow down. As opposed to, what's up? I'm going to be dead and I can't believe this happened to me. And right? It's not easy. But if you just spent the last 5 days meditating on what it could feel like to be in total surrender and in tune with the divine and wise and just calm and all this beautiful art and creativity, that you get a moment where you hit a chord that's like off. If you throw your guitar down, I'm saying guitar, you throw your vina down, right? You throw your instrument down. This is your instrument. You're fine-tuning this instrument. Okay? It's come to you out of tune. You've been mispositioned, misplaced, misused, all got the wrong strings, all of that happening, right? This is the instrument that's being fine-tuned. So, you don't want to throw that out the window. Now, what does that mean for the people and the places that you're going to be? How about this? When you're in this space, it's really important that if people lack the discipline about what information they're bringing to you, you have to protect yourself from the information that is coming to you, because they will try it. They will try to tell you the issues that they are having, even if they have the solutions to them. And this is of none of your concern. Protect your energy. What I noticed with some folks who they do make a lot of presence. They do make a lot of noise, I would say, within the groups, sharing. Some, admittedly, are doing their own thing. And they are, in one essence, I would say they're supposedly, right? Moving in the Saraswati energy, where Saraswati goes as she pleases. However, Saraswati doesn't just go as she pleases from a emotional place or being easily distracted. Saraswati can note when there's a higher vibration that she wants to tap into and moves into it. Where she feels the energy is coming down, she's going to move away from it. Where she feels the energy is going to be constrictive because there's a whole lot of attachment present, she'll shift. So when I see people improvising with certain work and it appears like, oh, so awesome, you're so tapped in. But then I realize and I witness that they're having some obstacles with their with money, or they're having obstacles with home or work or whatever the case may be. Not to be, nitpicky, but I want to point out something. You have a choice. You can walk and go to the destination that you think you're going to without a map. and decide to just go. Just open your front door and go. And you will realize that after you've wasted a lot of time, spent a lot of energy trying to get to where you're going without any directions and figuring you're going to let your feet just take you there, that the whole time, the discipline, the mantra disciplines, the formulas, they create a GPS, a map. It's digital because you can tune in, right, from anywhere. Just look at your notes. You have a map. And then when you sit in meditation and Saraswati presents herself, because you've already humbled yourself to say, I am here to receive guidance from the space of no space, no time, instant manifestation. Once you receive those instructions, it's like getting a plane ticket. You were going to walk to Florida, for those of you who are up north. And you did the work, you're sitting with Saraswati, and she gives you a plane ticket and goes, you don't have to walk. There's a plane coming in an hour. Just get to the airport. I'll show you how to get to the airport. And now you don't waste time. There's no worries. It's way easier. And I don't understand sometimes why you would choose to walk without a map if you have access to one. That's the difference between having knowledge and wisdom and just being the fool. Don't be so attached to doing things one way if you're doing this work. Because the gifts are being receptive to the easier way or the more efficient way as you move higher and higher to this supreme being, the supreme consciousness, this clarity that doesn't need anything else but that. So as you move through this weekend, I want you to make sure you have your freshest, cleanest whites to help you just tune into that frequency. Collect some of that river water for your altars. And for Sunday morning, I'm going to give you the instructions for how to perform the puja before you step out with your tools again during the day. All right? Secrets of Saraswati. Protect your energy. Use your map. Shorten this time that you are trying to obtain anything. And here are these list of ingredients I want you to have for Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I want you to have milk, cow's milk, sugar, ghee, honey, lemon juice, some sandalwood paste or chandan. I'll spell that in the chat, chandan. Powder you can make into a paste. Okay? And you should have collected some river water by then. Y'all have any questions? Any questions? Does that make sense? Don't let anybody complain to you this weekend. Don't even argue with anybody this weekend. The moment you argue, you're creating disharmony because you're so attached to your opinion about what's being said. It ain't that important. I think you guys waste too many fuck bucks on things that don't matter. Pardon my language. Take your instruments out to the park. Play your music. Go to places where they're playing live music. Feel the vibrations of the instruments playing. Okay? Especially get in the midst of some strings, some string music. All right. That's all I'm going to share with you for today. Frozen, Zakia. She said frozen. All right. There is a mantra in the description box. Ya Devi Sarva BHUTESHU VIDHYA RUPEN SANSTHITA Namastasye 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 Namo NAMAH Ya Devi Sarva BHUTESHU VIDHYA RUPEN SANSTHITA Namastasye 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 Namo NAMAH Ya Devi Sarva BHUTESHU VIDHYA RUPEN SANSTHITA Namastasye 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 Namo NAMAH. Just practice that. You're going to need it for Sunday. All right? I will go step by step for you tomorrow. So you have your puja stuff ready. Post that you have your materials in both groups, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace, love, and bliss. Come on.